The sunflower, Helianthus annuus, is an annual plant in the family Asteraceae with a large flower head called capitulum. The stem of the flower can grow up to 3 meters tall with a flower head that can be 30 centimeters wide. The flower head is actually an inflorescence made of thousands of tiny flowers called florets. The central floret look like the center of normal flower, and the outer florets look like yellow petals. Altogether, they make up a false flower or pseudanthemum. The benefit to the plant is that it is very easily seen by the insects and birds which pollinate it, and it produces thousands of seeds. Heliotropism, searching for the sun. The growth of immature sunflower plants track the sun's movement. The young plants lean westward as the day progresses but reorient to the east each night. As the flowers mature and open, they settle into a stable east-facing orientation. Eastward-oriented flowers are warmer than westward-oriented flowers, and this warmth attracts pollinators. Auxin signaling pathway in the stem coordinate to fix the eastward orientation of the mature plant. Vernacular names in South India. Sunflower, also known as Surajmukhi in Hindi, Suryakanti in Kannada, Malayalam and Tamil, Poddu Tirugudu in Telugu. Origin. The cultivated sunflower is believed to have originated from wild Helianthus annuus in the southwestern USA. Its cultivation is presumed to have begun in Arizona and New Mexico about 3000 BCE. The tall monohead sunflower seems to have been developed as early as the 6th century. In 16th century, Spaniards introduced domesticated sunflower from Mexico to Europe as an ornamental plant. In 18th century, it was introduced into Russia from Netherlands as ornamental plant, and its potential as edible oil source was recognized. There are over 50 species of genus Helianthus, of which only 2 species, a diploid annual Helianthus annuus 2n = 34 and hexaploid perennial Helianthus tuberous 2n = 102 are cultivated. The former is grown as an oilseed crop, while the latter as a feed crop for its tubers. Geographic distribution. Sunflower is cultivated globally on 21.48 million hectares with the production of 26.47 million metric tons. Its cultivation is mainly concentrated in Europe, particularly Russian Federation, Argentina, and Ukraine, etc. Production-wise, ranking of the countries are as follows. Russian Federation with 18.21% of the world's production, Argentina 11.76, Ukraine 11.57, China 6.64, Romania 5.91, France 5.54, India 4.64, USA 3.52, Turkey 3.41, Spain 2.98, and South Africa with 2.57% of the total world's production. Sunflower is relatively a new oilseed crop in India, introduced only in 1969. It is mainly grown in Karnataka, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. India produces about 991.8 thousand metric tons in about 2,000.5 thousand hectares of land. The percentage-wise, the state-wise production in India is as follows. Karnataka with 42.55% of the Indian production, Andhra Pradesh 33.58%, Maharashtra 11.70%, Punjab 3.23%, Haryana 3.1%, Bihar 1.61%, Tamil Nadu 1.35%, Uttar Pradesh 1.24%, West Bengal 0.56%, Orissa 0.44%, Nagaland 0.37%, Madhya Pradesh 0.19%, Chhattisgarh 0.07% and Rajasthan with 0.01% of the total Indian production. Economic importance. Sunflower oil and oil cakes are used extensively in the food industry as high-quality energy food. These days, there are numerous sunflower breeds grown for oil production and their voluminous forage. Oil is made of two types of seed, small black seeds that give high-quality oil and large grayish-black seeds with white stripes that are used for food. Sunflower seeds of 100 grams contain about 25 grams of protein, 42 grams of fat, 1 gram of carbohydrates and 4 grams herbal fiber. The energy value is 2,450 kilojoules or 585 kilocalories. The seed contains vitamin A, vitamins from B group, vitamins E, minerals such as calcium, phosphorus, iron and sodium. The flower petals contain anthocyanin, glycosides, xanthophyll, choline, betaines, carotenoids, phytosterins, sapogenins and sunflower acids. Soil and climatic requirement. Soil. Sunflower grows well on well-drained, neutral to moderately alkaline soils with pH range of 6.5 to 8. Acid and saline soils are not suited to the crop. It performs better than groundnut in heavy black cotton soils of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Crop completely fail in sandy soils with pH below 4.6. Climatic requirements. Sunflower, though basically a temperate region crop, but varieties adapted to a wide range of agroclimatic zones have been developed. It is raised from 40° south to 55° north latitudes, but major production lies between latitudes 20° and 55° north and 40° south latitude. The crop can be raised up to an altitude of 2,500 meters of mean sea level. Sunflower successfully tolerates temperature range of 8 to 34 degrees Celsius, indicating its adaptation to the regions with warm days and cold nights. However, it grows well within temperature range of 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. The crop performs best with a rainfall of 500 to 700 mm during the growing period. The amount of linoleic acid decreases with high temperatures at maturity. It is grown throughout the year in peninsular India but largely confined to spring season in northwest plain zones of Haryana, Punjab, western Uttar Pradesh. Varieties. Modern Chernyanka 66, EC 68414, Peredovic and EC 68415, its Armavirisky 3497 are the most important open-pollinated varieties under cultivation. However, Modern is the most preferred variety because of its dwarf stature 120 to 140 cm and early maturity of 85 days. Sunflower is a unique crop in the sense that both open pollinated varieties and single cross hybrids are available for cultivation. Heterosis breeding initiated at University of Agricultural Sciences Bangalore resulted in the development and release of BSH1 hybrid in the year 1980. This variety has more production stability, high self-fertility, uniform growth and maturity, and fair tolerance to diseases. Likewise, many research institutes have developed pure as well as hybrid sunflower varieties. Some of the important varieties in India are modern, popular in all sunflower growing states, EC 68414 all states, EC 68415 Karnataka, Surya Maharashtra, CO1 Tamil Nadu, CO2 Tamil Nadu, TNAU SUF7 All India, GAU SUF 15 Gujarat. The hybrid varieties are BSH1 all states, KBSH1 all states, APSH11 all states, MSFH1 all states, MSFH8 all states, MSFH17 all states, LSH1 Maharashtra, LSH3 Maharashtra, PSFH67 Punjab. Cultural practices and yield. Soil preparation. Sunflower requires well pulverized and weed-free land with adequate moisture. The first plowing should be done by mold board plow followed by 2 to 3 plowing or harrowing with planking. There should be sufficient moisture at the time of sowing for proper germination. Its seeds has thick hull and imbibes water at a slow rate. Seed rate. Dibbling method of sowing requires 5 to 6 kg per hectare of seed. A crop sown by placing seed in furrows opened by plow needs 8 to 10 kg per hectare seeds. The excess seedlings are thinned 10 to 15 days after seedlings emergence. Seed treatment. Under dryland conditions, pre-soaking of seeds in water for 12 hours and subsequent drying in shade has been recommended. The seed before sowing should be treated with Capton or Cereson at 3 grams per kg of seed. Bold and certified seed should be used for sowing. In downy mildew prone areas, seed treatment with the Apron 35 SD at 6 grams per kg seed is necessary. Seed dormancy and viability. Sunflower seeds have a dormancy period of 10 to 50 days. Few nearly non-dormant genotypes have also been identified. The germination inhibitors are present in the seed kernel and seed coat. Thus, dehusked seeds can be germinated from 10th day after harvest with up to 75% germination. Time of sowing. In North India, sunflower is sown during Kharif and spring crop. However, higher yields are obtained during early summer and Rabi than Kharif season because of low biotic stress and favorable soil moisture conditions. The sowing date should be adjusted in such a way that flowering period does not coincide with heavy rains because the rains may adversely affect pollination and seed set. In Rabi, the suitable sowing time is between second fortnight of September and first fortnight of October. Summer crop can be sown in January through first week of February. Method of sowing and spacing. The sowing can be done by corn planter in the furrows, a spacing of 60 cm into 30 cm for tall and 45 cm into 30 cm for dwarf varieties is optimum. However, closer spacing of 45 into 30 cm was recommended even for taller varieties where moisture was not a limiting factor. The seed should be sown at a proper depth 47 cm so that it remains in contact with the subsoil moisture during germination. The optimum population varies from 40 to 74,000 plants per hectare depending on varieties and availability of moisture. Under dryland conditions, 40 to 50,000 plants per hectare, while under irrigated conditions, 50 to 60,000 plants per hectare is the optimum plant density. A plant density of 55,556 plants per hectare in spacing of 60 cm into 30 cm in tall cultivars and 74,000 plants per hectare in the spacing of 45 into 30 cm in dwarf cultivar hybrids are optimum. Manures and fertilizers. Sunflower is an exhaustive crop and responds well to manures and fertilizers. A crop of sunflower yielding 1.4 metric ton seed per hectare removes 175 kg of nitrogen, 65 kg of P2O5 and 225 kg of K2O per hectare. Therefore, it is necessary to apply adequate quantity of manures and fertilizers. Application of 10 to 12 metric ton of FIM or compost per hectare is necessary, especially in dry lands and poorly fertile soils. A dose of 60 to 80 kg N, 60 to 75 kg P2O5 and 40 kg K2O per hectare is recommended for tall and long duration varieties or hybrids grown under irrigation conditions. Under rainfed conditions and for short duration varieties, a dose of 30 to 40 kg N, 40 to 50 kg P2O5 and 30 to 40 kg K2O per hectare should be applied. Split application of N, 2 parts in 3 at sowing and 1 part in 3 as top dressing 25 days after sowing is beneficial. In light soils, 3 splits 50% basal, 25% at button stage plus 25% at flowering are desirable. The top dressing of N should be done immediately after irrigation or based on moisture availability in dry lands. All P and K fertilizers are applied as basal, 5 cm away in band on both sides of seed line. In acidic soils, liming is essential to over calcium deficiency. In soils S and B and in intensive cropping system, crop should be applied with 20 to 30 kg of S and 2 kg borax per hectare. Water management. Usually, no irrigation is needed for kharif crop. However, one irrigation should be given in case of uneven distribution of rainfall. Rabi crop may be irrigated thrice after 40, 75 and 110 days after sowing. Sunflower crop is highly sensitive to water stress between flowering and grain filling stages. Therefore, one irrigation may be provided in case of moisture deficiency during this stage. Irrigation requirement of crop during summer is relatively higher. It requires 4 to 8 irrigations at an interval of 10 to 15 days. Irrigation at grain filling stage should be light and given on calm and windless evening to avoid lodging. Among the various stages, bud initiation, button stage, flowering period, and seed development stages are critical stages in terms of irrigation. 2 to 4 irrigations in black soils and 10 to 12 irrigations in light soils are often needed. The incidence of sclerotinia stem rot is more under irrigated conditions, especially when the soil drainage is poor. Weed control. The crop suffers severe weed competition during initial 45 days of growth. The crop should be kept weed-free during this period to obtain higher yields. The major weed flora includes Cynodon dactylon, Cyprus rotundus, Echinochlora, that is grasses, Acheranthus aspera, Philanthus neruri, etc. 2 hand weeding and 2 intercultivations with hoeing 20 to 25 days and other at 30 to 35 days after sowing is effective. Pre-emergence application of pendimethalin at 1 kg per hectare is also effective. Pre-emergence use of 1.5 to 2 kg per hectare of nitrogen or 0.75 to 1 kg per hectare of prometrine also successfully control the weeds. The crop and its residues have allopathic effect on weeds due to secretion of chlorogenic acids, scopoline, etc. Cropping system. Intercropping. Sunflower is grown mostly as a rainfed crop in India. Mixed or intercropping system would greatly help the farmers with assured returns. Some of the intercrops are sunflower plus groundnut with 6:2 row ratio is popular in Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. Sunflower plus castor in 1:1 row ratio in Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat. Sunflower plus soybean in 1:2 Maharashtra and Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. Sunflower plus black gram in 1:3 ratio Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh. Sunflower plus pigeon pea in 2:2 ratio Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Sunflower plus finger millet with 2:4 row ratio is popular in Karnataka. Crop rotation. Sunflower is raised in rotation with several crops. However, raising sunflower after sunflower should be discouraged because of buildup of inoculum of disease and pests. Some of the important crop rotations are given hereunder. Pigeon pea, early and sunflower, maize, sunflower, maize potato sunflower, rice sunflower, maize thoria sunflower, ratoon sugarcane sunflower, sunflower and safflower. These are the crop rotation combinations. Pollination. Sunflowers use a cross-pollination method of reproduction by attracting animals and insects such as bees and using them to spread reproductive pollen from one flower to another. Sunflower can self-reproduce, but by doing this, they don't have the diverse offsprings that are better suited to their environment. Keeping beehives in the field is therefore necessary. Disease and insect pests. Disease and insect pests don't usually present themselves until the sunflower plants have entered the reproductive stage. Cutworms and grubs can be a problem at emergence, and there are lots of insects like grasshoppers and caterpillars that like to feed on growing sunflower foliage, but these are not economically affecting problems. Common sense and good agronomical practices will go a long way in this aspect. Harvesting, threshing, and yield. Sunflower attain its physiological maturity in 100 to 120 days. Physiological maturity in sunflower is attained when the back of the head turns a lemon yellow. All heads may not be ready for harvesting at one time. Harvesting may therefore be done in 2 to 3 installments to avoid shattering. The harvested head should be dried well in sun and then only threshed by beating the center of the head with a small stick. The commercial crop may be threshed with available threshers, by reducing their speed. Further, sun drying of the seed is desirable before storage or oil extraction. Moisture in seed should not exceed 10% before storage. Depending upon the agroclimatic conditions, improved varieties and crop management practices may yield 1 to 2 metric tons per hectare under rain-fed and irrigated conditions respectively. Summary: the sunflower, Helianthus annuus, is an annual plant with the family Asteraceae with a large flower head called capitulum. The flower head is actually an inflorescence made of thousands of tiny flowers called florets. The central florets look like center of normal flower and the outer florets look like yellow petals. Altogether, they make up a false flower or pseudanthium. Sunflower is known as Surajmukhi in Hindi, Suryakanti in Kannada, Malayalam and Tamil, and Poddutirigudu in Telugu. The cultivated sunflower is believed to have originated from wild Helianthus annuus in the southwestern USA. Its cultivation is presumed to have begun in Arizona and New Mexico about 3000 BCE. Two species of Helianthus, a diploid annual Helianthus annuus 2n = 34 and a hexaploid perennial Helianthus tuberous 2n = 102 are cultivated. Sunflower is cultivated globally in 21.48 million hectares with the production of 26.47 million metric tons. Its cultivation is mainly concentrated in Europe, particularly Russian Federation, Argentina, and Ukraine. In India, it is mainly grown in Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh. India produces about 991.8 thousand metric tons in about 2000.5 thousand hectares of land. Sunflower seeds of 100 grams contain 25 grams of proteins, 42 grams of fat, 1 gram carbohydrates, and 4 gram herbal fiber. The seed contains vitamin A, vitamin B group, vitamin E, minerals such as calcium, phosphorus, iron, and sodium. Depending upon the agroclimatic conditions, improved varieties, and crop management practices, sunflower crop may yield 1 under rain-fed conditions and 2 metric tons per hectare under irrigated conditions. Thank you.